Okay, we are back. We are heading back to the drive. Oh, it is cold today. It's only 42, but it's very wet in the air, so it feels much colder than what it actually is. I've actually got my heater on in the truck and cranked it up. Like, arr. The little ceremony was cute because we don't tell the kids ahead of time that they got the award. And when they send the email out to the parents, they, say, keep it a secret. Well, clearly there were some kids that knew they were getting awards because, as soon as they announced the class, you could see the kids start to stand up before their name was even called. I'm like, that's not way to ruin it, School wants it to be a surprise. But anyway, it was so cute because, we got all three kids, all three girls go to the same school. And so as they were filing in and they see Sam and I sitting there, it's like, wait a minute. If they're here, that means at least one of us is getting this award. So it was kind of interesting watching them, think and process and try to figure out if it was them or not. But it was cute when they called Mina's name. She kind of looked up at the teacher, and you could see the teacher motion, go over there. And she just had this big old grin on her face, and she's just bouncing across the floor to the lady that was handing out the certificates, and then get her. She was just so proud. And it's like, oh. Next month's word, the word for January is perseverance. Don't know how you instill that in a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old. There's a potential for the 9-year-old for next month, but they do 2 per class, 2 to 3 kids per class. So it's not, not guaranteed, obviously. And I don't know how they decide. I don't know if it's just, the teacher's decision, or do they do it as a committee, or what. But it's fun. It's a fun little thing, and, I will always be here to watch any of the 3 girls get awards. So, and now I feel like I have to get a laminating machine. I've kind of waffled on it. It's been sitting in my box, in my cart for a long time. And it's like, but do I really need a laminator? Am I really going to use it? And I've really only seen one video. Not really one video, one crafter. She's done a few videos, but it's been videos of the same thing, the same process, the same item, a tweak on the same item that she uses her laminator for in her craft room. And I'm like, okay, it's cute. And it definitely, it's for doing specimen slides. So when I do mine, I don't do mine clear because I only have one side of images because I have never printed the mirror images out. But if I wanted to encase it in plastic, I just took 2 sheets of acetate and made a sandwich. Well, what she does is she actually sticks it and she runs it through her laminating machine, and then it seals that image in the plastic. So it definitely can't move, because, when you just sandwich it between two pieces of acetate, of course it has the potential that it may move, especially depending on what glue you use to hold it in place. And sometimes the glue you use to hold the image in place is visible. So I tend to not use the see-through stuff. I do my specimen slides with a solid back, so that way I don't have to worry if the glue. I don't have to worry about all that. But I've not seen any other creators use a laminating machine in their junk journaling stuff. So I'm like, can I justify buying one? Do I really, really need one? I thought, well, they're gonna last. It's gonna last a lot longer than normal expectancy, because it's not going to be used all day every day like it would in some other homes, and lots of years ahead of us of special awards, especially between the three kids. I think in the long run I could probably justify having a laminating machine. Can't do anything until my check comes in at the end of the month anyway, but it's like, So while we were waiting for the award ceremony to start, had an interesting experience happen. So I got a text message, and it said it was from USPS, which, I do get text messages from them, about packaging, my packages, but it was a text message that said my package was undeliverable, and because it had the wrong address or something, it said, please, follow this link. So I go to the link, and it gives me a little drop-down menu for scheduling redelivery. Part one of that is verifying your address. And I'm like, okay. So I clicked on it, and it took me to a screen that said, the post office charges 30 cents to schedule a redelivery. And I'm like, no. I've never been charged for a redelivery. So I grabbed the tracking number that was in the messaging, and I go to my USPS informed delivery page, and I plug that number in, and it immediately says, this is a number used for spam, and all the tracking information on it has been all over the United States, but also, June. It started in June. And I'm like, okay. Clearly a scam. And it didn't say spam, it said a number often used in scamming, I think, or something like that. So obviously I'm gonna contact the post office, and let them know, because I think they probably need to know. I don't know for sure that they need to know, but I would think so. And while I'm there, maybe they can understand or help me understand a little better the craziness that's going on with my other packages, because it has listed Benton City since the 9th of December, and it keeps like, oh, it's going to a transfer, destination transfer, oh, shipment processing, but everything says BC. I'm like, okay, so where actually is it? But it doesn't have they've never given me a USPS number. It's still a China Post number. So I don't even know if my post office can track it. But it's getting really annoying that, it's been 34 days since I ordered it. And I think it's 60. If it hasn't been delivered by 60, it said I can refund and stuff, but it's frustrating. It's very, very, very frustrating. Especially when I get the notification, I get an alert that, there's an update on the package. And then I go, and I look, and it's just moved to another thing identified as, my city, where I live. And it's not out for delivery. I'm like, I don't understand. Got this guy behind me that's like riding my bumper. Mind you, I'm in the right-hand lane. They can go around me. But instead he's going to ride my bumper. And I'm already doing 4 over. And then I got this guy coming up on me on the left. He's going to zoom on past me. He's probably doing, 68 or so. Oh, yay, the car behind me is finally going to go around me. Speed limit is not 70 yet. So, I could have hung a left there and gone back down, gone back in through Loudon and Tucci, but yeah. Like 64, so I see all the people that are in front of me and speeding. I should have got something to eat before I left town. Didn't think about it until just now. Like, my tummy's growling. Somewhere in like the last, last week and a half, I remember coming across, somebody had posted a question somewhere asking if the post office emails you. I think it said email. I'm not even super positive on that. And now I'm trying to remember where I saw that. And I'm like, the only place that it could have been would be on Reddit somewhere. Because I haven't been on it, well, it's like, because I haven't been on any other forums. But, have I? I don't think I have. I don't think I've, looked anything up or anything like that. But, now I'm sitting thinking, maybe when I saw it, I should have opened it up and read it, and then I would know about the scam going around. But yeah. 30 cents to schedule a redelivery. I'm like, no. No, they don't. In fact, you shouldn't even have to schedule a redelivery. It should automatically come back 24 hours later. I know that I had issues with my post office recently with a package that was marked undeliverable because they couldn't access my driveway, and I'm like, what? But I waited, and a couple days went by, and it never got out for a redelivery. So I ended up calling the post office on like day 2 or 3, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's right here. So we'll go ahead and send it out tomorrow." And I'm like, you know what? I got to come in and send out some packages anyway. I said, so I'll just pick it up while I'm there. But I don't know why it wasn't automatically sent back out for redelivery. It should have been. But I don't know. It was just really weird. I definitely, want to, go out to the post office and let them know that, it's dropped. It is only 36 degrees now. Which is weird, because usually Walla Walla is colder than us in the Tri. So it's weird that it's getting colder as I'm moving away from Walla. It also says it's icy. I'm like, 36 degrees, it's not icy. Stop in the Tri somewhere and get some gas. We'll see. Just above quarter, so might be enough to get me home, but then I'll have to get gas before I go anywhere else. We'll see when I get a little closer to town. awake, try to stay awake as long as I can, and then eventually I just fall asleep, pass out. Which would be great if I actually slept through the night then, but I don't. I'm waking up 3-4 hours later, and then I may or may not get back to sleep. Who knows? This morning I didn't. Last night I fell asleep, I don't know, somewhere 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I was up at 4. And I've been awake since 4. I was finally getting tired, and it was like, oh, I could lay down. And I was like, oh, crap, nope. Alarm went off. Time to get up and start getting ready. Okay, so maybe I'll get a nap at home. We'll see. I mean, I can. There's nothing at home that's stopping me from taking a nap. That's for darn sure. It's just whether I'm going to be tired enough to take a nap when I get home after driving. We'll see. Maybe just jump into the craft room and do some more videos. Slow down, right? Everyone's like way behind me. It's crazy. Cover looks really cool today. The cloud formations are pretty neat looking. aggressive, and you know, I'm just amazed. It never ceases to amaze me that, you know, people feel the need to make negative comments about some most stupid stuff. You know, it's like, why do you feel the need to go to a channel, a crafting channel, and comment on their nail color if you don't like it? You know, why do you have to make a negative comment about that? You know, what's the purpose of making a comment about, you know, their glue bottle being dirty? Or, you know, it's like, why? You know, there's another channel that I watch, Scrapbooking with Me, and she's gotten comments like, I wish you wouldn't talk during your videos. I don't care about your family. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, then don't, you know, either if y'all like her style but you don't want to hear her, then watch it on silent, or don't watch her at all. But what's the purpose in that? You know, why even comment? I don't know. I mean, there's nasty, disgusting people all over YouTube. Some congregate a little more densely than other areas of YouTube, but, you know, it doesn't seem like there's any genre on YouTube where there's not people that, you know, feel the need to be jerks in the comments. You know, it's like, wow. And I can just imagine how lonely and, you know, spiteful and angry and, you know, whatever they have to be in their real life, that they're so compelled to go on YouTube and make a negative comment on a crafting channel. I mean, I've heard some doozies. I've read some doozies on some of the channels that I follow, and I'm just like, wow. I was trying to remember. I think it was Gail. Might have been Gail Augustinelli. Maybe Scrapbooking with Me. I can't remember for sure now. You know, changed her whole setup. Changed the camera angle, changed the mat on the table, because somebody had commented, well, I really like your videos, but I can't watch them because it makes me dizzy. I'm like, no. I mean, gracious, I get it, you know, hats off to you that, you know, you're, as a content creator, trying to make, you know, your subscribers happy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not changing everything up because one person gets dizzy watching it. I'm like, no. Well, you can figure it out, or you can not watch my channel. And at the end of the day, my craft space and how I film within my craft space has to work for me. Because, you know, I gotta be able to, like, film what I'm doing, you know, the best I can. You know, I've got a couple projects that I'm working on that I probably could get a better angle, potentially. I just have to figure out, you know, where my boom arm needs to be in order to place, you know, and what angle my camera needs to be at in order to get the best shots. And I have not found that sweet spot yet. So for now, will continue to be filmed from above. But I mean, come on and, you know, make a comment like that, or to go on to Pam's and comment that they think it's stupid that she uses her dog, that you use your dog as a prop and as a puppet, and, you know, you pretend that he talks, but it's your voice. And I'm like, wow, who slapped your imaginary friend when you were a kid? It's like, we all know her dog is not talking. I mean, come on. But you're gonna be a jerk about it? You know, and I'll admit, I mean, I don't find that part of her video as entertaining, and I end the video when we get to the pup dates. But yeah, I don't know. It's just annoying. I wonder, you know, in the true crime community, do people come into those comments and make, you know, snide remarks about the content creator or the cases they choose to cover, you know, or whatever? It's like, back to doing the speed limit. And now we're not. We can get the guy in the front to actually like do the speed limit or pull over and let everybody pass. It would be awesomely fantastic. Seems like at least now they've at least settled on a speed. Not speed limit, mind you, but we've settled on a speed. At least it seems we're not going faster, slower, faster, slower, faster, slower like we were. parts of Richland. I really don't think there's another way for me to take you guys home. That would be a different view. Decided to scooch over. And stop me from moving over. Burbank is really, it is really spread out though. I mean, like, you're like super condensed in one area and then it's like real sparse as it spreads out. Stuck me behind the truck back there. Now they're going all slow. That little blue car moves over into the left-hand lane and are speeding up to pass me. Love it. Love it. Here they go. definitely going more than 60. Almost an accident. what I was talking about earlier, that it's colder in Walla Walla than it is here. And not by much. It's 2 degrees warmer here than it was over there, but 2 degrees can make a world of difference. You'd be surprised. But my food's there, and I've got my 2 Amazon items, my UV light, and not my 2. So my UV light from Amazon is due in today, and then ink, my Insta ink order is due in today. I'm like, yeah, ink is whatever. It gets it in the mailbox until, my husband picks it up on the way. But I know Ducky will be so happy to get her UV light back. She's not a happy camper. Was a grumpy when he got home. Dinner was done, at least. I hate taking this curve slow. It's so bumpy when you're slow. Making my not happy tummy even more not happy. I got home on Tuesday, and I went to water, and I'm like, oh, what is this? And then I forgot, I took a picture of it, was going to post it, forgot all about it. And then last night we were watching something, and the guy come across the screen carrying calla lilies. And I was like, ooh, it sparked in my brain, reminded me. And I was like, but I don't know, is it like the seed pod or, and so my daughter looked it up, and apparently, elephant ear plants actually flower, which I had no idea. And I would imagine that it is the seed pod as well. The plant that I have was a baby when I got it. It was an offshoot of the mother plant. Brian, who was our maintenance guy, he sprouted them at home and then brought them back in and planted the babies into the pot there at work. And when it started growing and it stayed healthy and everything, I asked him if I could grab one of the sprouts, and that's what my plant has grown from. It took forever. Probably the first year I had it planted, it hardly grew at all. It was like, it was probably 6 inches tall when I got it. And after the end of the first year, it might have been 1.5 feet. Maybe. And I've had it coming up on 2 years now, and it now stands taller than me. So it's over 5. It's probably 5'6" or so. But I did move it over in front of a window, so it gets a lot more sunlight. So I think that definitely helped it finally decide that it was going to take root and grow. But yeah, so of course it's by the window, so it keeps like growing sideways, leaning into the light. So I have to like spin it and keep spinning it in circles so that it doesn't all lean to one side, which kind of freaks the plant out a little bit when I do that, because then it's like, wait a minute. It's got to figure out how to stand up straight first and then turn itself back toward the window. But I've also been dumping random, like, I have a tier garden that I was using to grow plants for my dragons, and when everything died, I just started dumping the dirt, because I was just going to start over. And so I was dumping the potting soil into my elephant ear plant, and before I knew it, that was sprouting all the stuff from the dragon garden. So it's got random squash and dill and lettuce and all kinds of stuff growing out of the pot as well. And I'm like, hey, that's not such a bad idea. So I sprinkled some black oil sunflower seeds in there. So they're just, it's a big pot that's randomly. Wow, even with the dogs in the yard, they delivered to on my porch. I'm actually kind of surprised. But anyway, now that I'm distracted, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. Well, thanks for tuning in. I will get these 2 videos spliced together and get them uploaded, and we'll talk at you later.